Finnair now uses Avios, the same Avios as Qatar Airways, Iberia, and British Airways, and this unlocks some really great redemption opportunities to really maximize your credit card points. You can fly one way from the US over to Europe for as low as 49,000 credit card points. In this video, I'm going to show you how. My name is Max, and I hope people maximize their airline miles, hotel points, and credit card points. Remember to hit the like and subscribe button down below, and let's get started. So if you don't already know already, Finnair is the airline that's based out of Finland, and their home base is Helsinki, Finland. They're part of the One World Alliance, and so they're partners with British Airways, Iberia, Qatar Airways, American Airlines, and all of the other One World airlines. They recently redid all the cabins for their long-haul flights from Helsinki to the US and from the US over to Helsinki. So their business class cabin are very competitive, and they have a new, unique, interesting business class product. This video is split into 3 sections: earn, redeem, and maximize. In the earn section, we'll go over what kind of points you need to earn in order to make this Finnair redemption. We'll go over how to redeem those credit card points in order to fly Finnair business class, premium economy, or economy, and really how to maximize your credit card points after you've found that award availability. So let's go start with the earn section of this video. So most people in the US are not earning Finnair Avios regularly, so the best way to earn Finnair Avios would be through credit card points and transferring credit card points. Capital One is the only points program that's able to transfer directly one-to-one over to Finnair. But since Finnair uses Avios, there's another way to get Finnair Avios, and that's by transferring credit card points over to British Airways. And most of the credit card points out there transfer directly over to British Airways, including American Express points, Bilt points, Capital One miles, and Chase points, and you can transfer those points over to British Airways, and British Airways allows you to combine your British Airways Avios with Finnair Avios, and so you can move them between your British Airways account and your Finnair account at a 1-to-1 ratio, and it's completely free. You just have to log into your British Airways account, click on Combine Avios, and this allows you to link your British Airways Avios account with your Finnair Avios account, and you can move them 1-to-1 between Finnair and British Airways pretty easily. So that's a little bit of a workaround on how to earn some Finnair Avios. As to how do you redeem those Finnair Avios, well, let's jump into the redeem section. So first up, Finnair flies nonstop from the US over to Helsinki. They fly from LA, Seattle, Dallas, Chicago, New York, and Miami nonstop over to Helsinki, Finland. Those are the nonstop routes for Finnair, and you want to focus on those routes because they're the easiest to book. When you have to add on a connecting flight, that's where things can get really complicated. If you don't live near one of those major airports, that's where you might have to buy a positioning flight and reposition to one of those major airports if you really want to fly Finnair. As for how many points it's going to cost, let's pull up Finnair's award chart, which I'll also link down in the description as well. But this is what Finnair's award chart looks like. It's broken down into regions, and then economy, premium economy, and business class. And in our situation here, we're looking from the US over to Helsinki. So we're going to be focusing on North America and this Los Angeles one, which means that business class is 62,500 Avios. Premium economy is 43,500 Avios, and economy is 30,000 Avios. And one great thing about Finnair is that they also have an award seat guarantee, which they'll guarantee at least 4 economy award seats open on Finnair flights, and then 2 in premium economy and 2 in business class when their calendar opens, and their calendar opens 361 days in advance. And so that means that if you search for award availability 361 days in advance, and if you're quick enough, you're likely to find 2 business class seats available on these Finnair flights. So use that to your advantage if you're able to plan that far out in advance. And let's jump over to my computer and I'll show you how that's done. To run an award search on the Finnair website, it's pretty annoying and pretty frustrating, but if you're able to make it through and find award availability, then you can potentially get a really good redemption. And so here on the Finnair website, the first thing I would do would be change this from international to an EU country. Let's do France, for example, and let's change to English. The reason why is that Finnair has been blocking award availability for US users. I have no idea why, but that's something they've been doing, and it's been reported on multiple blogs. And so changing the location might show you more award availability. Click on apply preferences, switch this to award flight, let that load, and let's do one way. And then let's do DFW to Helsinki. And you want to do, if you want to do business class, you can change this to business class, and then you select date. And then let's kind of go through, like, let's do June 4th and 5th or something. And then let's do dates are flexible ±3 days and click on done. And so click on search. And then it will give you like this little mini award calendar. And what you're looking for is 62,500 points. And that means that there's award availability in business class. You click on search and it shows you that there's business class Dallas to Helsinki is 62,500 Avios and 129 euros in taxes and fees. So this is in business class. So this is exactly what you want to find if you are successful in getting to this point. Sometimes if you go back and you say you change this to 2 adults and click on search. And so this shows up 2 business class seats here for 125,000 Avios and $259 in taxes and fees. And that's for 2 passengers total. So that is the way to run this search if everything goes smoothly. Sometimes you get an error message that says, oh, there's an issue with our system. You have to restart your search. And so that's where you would have to close the page or change your region, and you might have success doing that. And so keep in mind, sometimes like this is the error that you would get here. And that's where you can click try again and you keep getting this issue. And that is where you would have to go back and modify your search and then run the search again. Let's do LAX this time and then hit search. And then you get this error where you either have to close out the window or change your region again. And so this is where it's kind of frustrating, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This is where I would close out the window and rerun the search again to see what comes up. It's not perfect, but that's just the way how the search is done. So searching on Finnair's website is a little tricky and kind of annoying, especially if you have to change the region and all the errors that you potentially might get. If you want to use a third-party tool, I would recommend using Seats.Aero. And there is a caveat though. If you use Seats.Aero to search for award availability for Finnair flights, economy and premium economy is not that difficult, but for business class, you can usually only find 1 seat in business class when you search through Seats.Aero. So let's go back over to my computer and I'll show you what I mean. So to find Finnair flights here on Seats.Aero, what you want to do is go to Explorer and you want to select Alaska Mileage Plan. The reason why we're selecting Alaska Mileage Plan is that Alaska Airlines is a oneworld partner with Finnair. And so that's why we can find Finnair award availability on the Alaska Mileage Plan. This gives you the 60-day award availability, but if you want to go to the Pro version, you get the full year award availability. Let's switch it over to full year. So this gives you the full award availability for the entire year. Let's do Chicago to Helsinki and see what award availability comes up here. Let's do business class, and you can see some business class options right here. But the downside you'll see here is that it's only 1 seat available. And so when you're searching through Alaska Mileage Plan, Alaska typically only shows 1 seat available for Finnair flights. Economy has 5 seats or more. Over here, 1 seat, 5 seat, 2 seats. And so pretty decent economy award availability that you can find through Alaska Mileage Plan. Let's check premium economy. There's nothing for premium economy. So it's economy or business class only. So take, for example, if you want to do JFK, we can also put in JFK here as well. And then you also find seats here in business class. Again, 1 seat. Economy, you can find multiple seats on Seats.Aero. So that's 2 different ways on how to search for their award availability. You can use the Finnair website, which is great if you're looking for 2 business class seats. If you're just looking for 1 business class seat, then you can definitely use Seats.Aero and also book through Alaska Airlines if you really wanted to, and if you have access to Alaska airline miles. And so it really depends on what you're looking for, but using the Finnair website would be my go-to. But once you find that award availability, then you can transfer your credit card points over to British Airways and then move them over to Finnair, or you can transfer your Capital One miles directly over to Finnair. But before you transfer your credit card points, there's a couple ways you can maximize this redemption. To maximize this redemption, we don't usually see transfer bonuses over to Finnair, but we often see transfer bonuses over to British Airways. A couple times a year, whether it's Capital One, Chase, or American Express, there's often transfer bonuses from those credit card points over to British Airways. And so that's where you can potentially capitalize on those transfer bonus, time it correctly to use that transfer bonus, as well as find the award availability. You can get a really good deal. For example, if there's a 30% British Airways transfer bonus, then you can transfer just 49,000 credit card points over to British Airways, and you'll have enough Avios to book that Finnair flight. And so 49,000 credit card points for one way in business class is a really good deal. I'll drop a link down below to my transfer bonuses page, and you can check that page to stay up to date on the most current transfer bonuses. As a side note, Finnair flies their Airbus A350 and their A330 from Helsinki over to the US and the US back to Helsinki. And those are all updated with the newest business class seats. The newest business class seats are pretty interesting because they are lie flat seats, but the seats doesn't recline back. You're kind of sitting in a chair And then there's an ottoman, and then to fill the gap in between the ottoman and the chair, there are these fill-in panels that you can flip up, and that essentially makes your bed, which is a little bit of a different approach and which is kind of unique. I haven't tried their business class product before, but I've heard that a lot of people like them. If you've flown Finnair's newest business class product before, comment below and let me know what you think about it. I'll leave some more videos over here to help you maximize your credit card points. Remember to hit the like and subscribe button down below. And thanks for watching this far, and I'll see you guys in the next one.